Hey there, family. I'm trying to give some people a little time to get logged on to realize that I'm going live, especially since I was supposed to go live yesterday. But your girl was out. She was outside, that is. So it was truly a Sunday fun day. So just gonna give just a couple more seconds. If not, people can get on and catch up and all that great stuff. Because today we're gonna talk about preparing for the first quarter. And yes, I do know that the first quarter is already here and in full effect. But I also know that a lot of us are like a little behind. And I say us because it's not just you, it's me too. I see the meme going across social media saying, they just gonna start on February 1st because January basically we still dealing with the residue from 2023. Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. That's how I feel. But anyway, I don't want to be on here too long. I want to get on. So if you are available, please join me live because hopefully this can help you. I was working on some notes the other day and I realized that, we have reached the end of January. We've reached the end of the first month of the year. And guess what? I bet you still don't have things planned out as you should for this first quarter. So let me help you out a little bit. With that being said, I know, like I said, we're definitely behind, but it doesn't mean that it's too late because you can get caught up. That's pretty much, I like to look at the month of January. Really it is a lot of residue that comes over from the previous year because you're still trying to wrap up the year because at the end of the year, it's the holidays. And so the holiday season is very difficult to really focus on being business minded and focus on really getting everything taken care of the way that you should. So you kind of like have this mindset, oh, when January 1st hits, then I'm just gonna hit it, and it doesn't work that way. Not a reality because January 1st is here, and then it's like, ooh, I still got to go back and do this. I still got to take care of this. I still got to take care of that, and so you are late, behind, not prepared for the first quarter. So the first thing that we need to do when we are thinking about preparing for the first quarter is always do a thorough review of your month, especially because you're already here. The new year has started. It's no sense like, okay, what still hasn't been done from the previous year? That year is gone. But you do need to do a thorough review of your month. Basically, see like where you are now. Um, yours going full speed ahead. Mine is too. That's why I was like, listen, I have to, I have to put this out here and get caught up because I have to sit here and do a thorough review of my month and see like, where am I? What's happening? What is going good so far, and what I need help on. I'm gonna tell you what's going good is I am getting organized and kind of putting things in perspective and where I need to be. But this health journey, mm, I'm my mind is still on Thanksgiving and Christmas apparently because baby, I have not been doing what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so that is going to come into effect next. So it's just some things looking at what needs to what I need to be working on and what do I have a handle on. So once you do that, you can kind of be like, okay, now I can start getting caught up on where I need to be because like I said, going back to the previous year is not going to do us any good because, as you said, when you hear, usually your year is going and you're full speed ahead. So by making those conscious, making that conscious effort to review where you are, you can make the adjustments where needed. Like today, I went grocery shopping. I was like, listen, I'm done with all of this eating out and all of that. But I know in order to do that, I need to go grocery shopping and get some healthier food in this house. So I did that. I started, saying, where am I going to be with my workout journey and things like that. So you make those adjustments where needed, and my adjustment needed to be in my food and things of like that sort. So for my first quarter, because you need to see what happens typically during your first quarter, because everybody's is different. Some people may start full speed ahead like mine and yours, while others may be a little slower. So during my first quarter, I usually like to focus on healthy and productive habit building and my goal setting. So what that looks like to me is I'm trying to have like a better morning routine, better night routine, because your night routine is what is going to impact your morning routine. A better workout routine and things of that sort. So I'm working on building habits, and like for example, doing my morning routine. I know I want to focus on habits such as my prime wake up time, because since I am self-employed and my schedule changes and things of that sort, I have a tendency to be like, "Ooh, I don't have court today. Do I really need to be focusing on content?" And I'll get up at 10 o'clock. Girl, what? No. So just things of that sort. So I'm focusing on building that. I want to focus on like my morning yoga stretching because my body is really tight. So building a routine on that. My breakfast because I don't always eat breakfast and all of that, and so forth and so on. And the same thing goes with my eating routine. How do I want my skincare routine to look? How do I want my sleep schedule to be? And all of that. So those are things that I like to focus on for the first quarter because they're going to follow me into, the second and third, fourth. So I try to work on building healthy habits and setting goals. So when it comes to my goals, I like to focus on like my financial goals because during the first quarter, that is like one of the most expensive quarters to me. It's even more expensive to me than the fourth quarter where all the holiday season is because it seems like during the first quarter you got to take care of your taxes. Especially if you're a business owner. Um, yes, your routines is very important. Because if you don't have a solid routine, it kind of seems like you just flying by the wayside. But if you are like a business owner, you have those franchise taxes and stuff that's due. Those not they are due before the rest of those taxes. And I learned that the hard way after I kept paying those late penalties. I said, wait a minute, I can't keep doing this. So I had to know that I have to do two different tax appointments. So that comes in the first quarter. Paying making sure all of those first of the year bills, if you own property and things like that, that is taken care of because it's coming and it's gonna say by January 31st, this is due, it's due. So it's like it's very expensive for the first quarter for me, and so I don't have a lot of room to do like big savings. So I have to save where I can and try to watch my spending. Try to watch my spending, which is, a little hard when, Amazon is right at your fingertips. So I try to, be cautious of that and watch where my money is going. Now, addition to setting goals for the first quarter, I said watch where your money is going because it's going to really set a pattern for what are you going to be doing for the remainder of the year. How's your spending habits? um, for the remainder of the year. Basically, are you starting off with just spending frivolously, or are you really saving money and you have a goal? You have a goal in mind. And sometimes it's helpful to, when you have a goal in mind, it's helpful to put things in perspective like, what do I want to save this money for? Because I find that people find it very difficult to save money when they don't have purpose or something that they can look forward to. Like, I'm saving this money for to buy me a home. I'm saving this money to purchase me a new car. I'm saving this money to go on this dream vacation. Make sure that you do have your savings in different places that you might be, saving for different reasons. But it just makes it easier, and you start planning your first quarter. So by the time the summertime gets here, you do have a nice savings. And so I look at that. I also go back and look at, how have I spent money previously? How much money did I waste? Because we all know that we are very good at wasting money, and we might not realize it because it's a little here and there, but it's wasting money. So I go back and especially if you're very good with, keeping up with receipts and everything. But if you're not, go look at your bank statement. Go look at your bank statement. Go look at all of those Amazon and Temu purchases and them Starbucks purchases that you just use that card for, and all that stuff. Because a lot of times people don't carry cash. I do. So I have to be a little bit more cautious of what I'm spending because it's easy for me to not keep up with it because I use cash a lot. So I start looking at, okay, where is my money going? Where have I spent it on? Where can I cut back on? And how can I make more money? you know take what you have, take the skills that you have. If you're an educator, can you do some tutoring, extra tutoring? Can you help develop lesson plans for maybe someone that's in a low private sector and needing some assistance? If you are an accountant, can you do some financial planning for individuals on your own? Yes, Amazon. Can you do those type of things to make more money, not to spend on Amazon? Because we got to get off of there. But to make more money so you can save. Like, I'm looking at places like, how can I maximize what I'm doing, not necessarily to work harder, but work smarter. Me as a counselor, do I, how can I use the tools that I already have to bring in that extra income that can be used to um, put towards the savings or put towards another goal or things of that sort. And so I then at the end, I like to wrap everything up with a little planning and projecting for the second quarter. And this is very important. So you're not always behind the ball. Because a lot of times we are behind the ball because we are, we're like living so much sometimes in the moment, or we're planning so far ahead that we forget, okay, but what is coming next? So I like to do that planning and projecting of like, what do I want my second quarter to look like while I'm going into it before I really get to diving in and breaking everything down into smaller pieces. I put a big picture up of what does my second quarter consist of. Is it more, am I going to be working more? Is it going to be a time where it's more of a, less time where I get to focus on some other things that I maybe want to do? If am I going to be moving? It's just different things that we're going through in our life that we do need to, like, okay, this is the big picture. So I need to start doing some type of planning and projecting. So when it's really time for me to dig in and start planning for that second quarter, I can really do that. And you can do that, yes, have a plan ahead. And you can do that for every quarter. You have it. And I'm saying break down things that are important to you, Rashawn. Like, have that better plan ahead. Break down, like, everything that you do in your life, and what your life consists of. Like, some of us may have young children, some of us have adult children, some of us have ailing parents that we're taking care of, some of us are working on second careers, some of us are going back to school. So you know what your life consists of. So what you need to do is basically sit down and write the big picture out and break things down, quarterly. Okay, so I can focus in on how to have a better plan, how to save better, how to have a healthier lifestyle. Because my channel is all about work life balance. And I have been failing in some areas of that because I'm like, kind of like, I'm such a planner on some things that I kind of hone in on, like, certain things, that I forget that I still have the ability to do this and this and this. And then sometimes I get overwhelmed because I do have all of this going on and I might need to pull back. So I have to realize that my quarters are going to look different. And this is why I stopped just trying to do a whole year of planning and I just started breaking it down. Now, when I say a whole year of planning, I may have goals for the entire year, but I do not try to break them down and work towards them all at the same time anymore. It's like, okay, let me do stuff. What can be done this first quarter? What can be done this second quarter? And so forth and so on. I do plan on holding, like, little short mini classes on different things that can better your work life balance. And like, because I break down things like that are in my life. Like, I have things that, I'm very, like, in the church. Most of y'all know that I am a pastor's wife. So I have a lot of things going on that I have to do for church that I can't just continue, like, I can't just put it on the back burner because it's other people that are on committees that are waiting on me, depending on me to, have these meetings and get some stuff done. I trying to, work on, yeah, my my personal self, with my health and my mental, wellness, my physical, my financial wellness. So it all encompasses, the holistic part of us, because we can't break ourselves up into all, all of these different parts because we're just one person. We're a whole person. But what we can do is put things in perspective and categorize things. We can't spend months, like, eating whatever we want to eat and then think that, okay, now I got to go on this crash diet to get healthy, because that's not healthy. So we have to start putting things in perspective, like, okay, I want to live a healthier lifestyle. It's not so much of, losing weight. It's, let me be a healthy person. Okay, I have a lot going on. I'm stressed. I'm doing this. Maybe I need to, seek some coaching. Maybe I need to seek a life coach. Maybe I need to seek a counselor for our mental health, because we know that social media is kind of glamorized the whole, thing of, mental health. But mental health it's always been there. We I don't know, we just started paying attention to it because, the stars are, coming out, the famous people or whatever. But mental health has always been there. So it's some things we need to, see. Maybe I need to have a person I can talk to on a regular basis to help me work through some of these things that I'm going through and I can't seem to figure it out on my own. Do I need medication? I mean, all of this stuff that we have to be honest with ourselves, it goes into, believe it or not, how we prepare and how we prepare for things, because sometimes we wait until it is so much, it is so overwhelming that it's just like, I just can't do it. I'm done. And we don't want to get to that point. So you start, breaking things down that okay, I need to do, or you don't want to get to a point where it's like your finances are so out of whack that you are losing everything that you worked so hard for. You're getting evicted. Your car is being picked up. You are robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's like we don't want to wait until we get to that point. We want to start planning. Okay, I see that I spend way too much money here. I have no savings. I have this. Even if I have to save a dollar a week, some people may laugh at that. Well, that may be all that one person may have to save. But guess what? If they keep on doing that, think how much they'll have at the end of the year. It's gonna be more than what they had when they started with zero in their savings. So it's just those little things, and when you start breaking things down quarterly and looking at what is important in my life, because I'm real big on being that individual. Because with social media, everybody is like, okay, what's popular, what's the trendy, that's the thing, the word, the trendy thing that's going on. Well, I honestly feel like we really do need to get out of what's trending, because everything that's trending is not for us. It's not for you. It's not for me. So get on what is needed for you. Now, some trends are, actually some good trends that you can like, oh, that is something that I can really accomplish and put into my life. So I'm not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong with, some of these trends and things of that sort, but I'm just saying when we're just start focusing on, okay, now I'm going to go out, I'm going to buy all of this sea moss. So I'm going to do, now I'll take sea moss, okay? Or I'm going to go and do all this meal prepping, or I'm going to go and sign up for this yoga and Pilates, and I'm going to go, you're all over the place. What is working for you? And like I said, it's not always good. Everything that's trending, because you have to understand, as an influencer, people are getting paid. So I don't care what they say. They may have and may have not tried that product. Okay, they may have and may have not tried that particular brand, or tried that system or whatever. Baby, these people is getting paid to say, oh, this. Now, when they say, oh, I tried this on my own, now we, we basically want to try to trust them, but at the same time, they got a job to do. And so they're gonna make it look like, oh yeah, this is the best thing, for us. So we'll put this in your hair. It's gonna make it grow. Listen, every that I fell on that trend and had so many hair products and had to start giving them away. So it was unnecessary. So I just wanted to let you all know, get your quarters planned. I'll be on here. I'll let you know ahead of time when I'm going to be giving these little short verbiage of lessons on work-life balance, because that's what I'm about. If you have not gotten your 30-day journal yet, please go watch that video, because baby, it is popping. The link in the description, you can go and um, order it directly, because I really feel that when you start off spiritually grounded, it is going to change your life and how you see things. I love you all, and I thank you for joining me. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I'm so glad this was very helpful and you needed it. I love you all, and I'll see you all soon.